Welcome to the Savvy Podcasting for Entrepreneurs podcast, a place for podcasters to learn what's actually working in the world of podcasting and how to use their podcast to generate consistent leads in their business. I'm your host, Jenny, and I'm so excited you're here.
Hey there, welcome back to the podcast. I'm super excited that you're joining us today, and I can't wait to dive into this episode. So in this quick little episode, we're addressing the frequently asked question of, do I need to have a weekly podcast to be successful? So let's jump into it. So as a podcast manager, I am a huge proponent of consistency. It is so important, and I think it's key for my clients to be putting out episodes on a regular basis so that their audience doesn't forget about them and they feel connected to them and all that good stuff. However, this does not mean that your version of consistency and consistently releasing episodes needs to be on a weekly basis. I think bi-weekly releases are a great option as well if you cannot commit to releasing every single week. So no, you do not need a weekly podcast to be successful. If you only have the bandwidth to do 2 episodes a month and make those episodes really great, then that's totally fine. We don't want you to overcommit yourself and not be able to keep up, because then you're going to end up letting your audience down. And that's worse than, not having a podcast platform at all. So I do recommend at least doing bi-weekly episodes, though. I don't recommend going down to only once per month, because at that point, it's really just not worth it to have a podcast if you're only going to release 1 episode per month, because it would be still a lot of work, even though it's 1 episode, for not a lot of benefit. Because if you're releasing 12 episodes a year, you might as well just do a quick 12 episode mini series or a private podcast that only has a couple episodes or something like that. It doesn't really make sense to have a regular non-private podcast with only 12 episodes a year, unless you're doing seasons, like I said, or a mini series or something. So yeah, you just want to stick to weekly or bi-weekly if you are having a podcast, because that is going to give you the most bang for your buck, the most consistency, and the best results. So I'd love to know, how often are you currently putting out new episodes of your show? You can DM me over on Instagram. I'm at Podcasting for Entrepreneurs. I'd love to hear from you and chat about it. Are you doing weekly? Are you doing bi-weekly? What is your schedule like? I'd love to know. If you want to check out the show notes for this episode, though, you can head to savvypodcastingforentrepreneurs.com. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast player like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Stitcher, and leave a review. You can find us at savvypodcastingforentrepreneurs.com and on Facebook at Savvy Podcasting for Entrepreneurs and Instagram at Savvy Podcasting. Make sure to join our free Facebook community for podcasters by going to savvypodcastingforentrepreneurs.com/community and join in on the exclusive community just for Savvy Podcasting for Entrepreneurs listeners. I'll see you there.